Spectacular Scarlet Spider.
What's up, guys? Spectacular Scarlet Spider 118 here today, and we are finally doing a review of Print Costume's new custom lenses. Now, as you can see, still have not put on a costume for one of these new videos, and I would have, but the reason that I'm not is that I have two different style of masks, and I'm not feeling like switching in and out of suits to do that, because I have a Romita Junior style mask and a Kane mask, and I could wear my Kane suit, but then I'd have to try on the Romita Junior mask on top of that, and I thought it'd just be better just to film this in my pajamas, so I don't have to worry about inconsistencies. Plus, I don't even have my Romita Junior suit with me, so you're gonna have to bear with me here, so sorry about the no full costume appearance as usual. So I am lazy at the same time, so there's that, but this is also a legitimate reason for why I haven't done that. I know some people are probably like, why hasn't he like put on a costume? It's just the masks. Well, that's why. I just want to get that out of the way. So a while ago, and this is like 2 months ago, back in like September or the end of August, if you remember, I made a video saying that it was, the last video before I took a few weeks or months off or whatever. It was me talking about how I was going to be getting custom lenses made from Print Costume, which, custom in the terms of like I sent them designs and they made lenses specifically based off of those artist designs, which was Ryan Stegman's Kane mask and John Romita Jr.'s style of lenses. So that was about like 2 months ago or so. And honestly, because of life and just a bunch of other things, I had completely forgotten about it until about like a week or two ago. I get a package, or I get an email from Print Costume saying, "Hey, your package has shipped." And I was like, "What did I order again?" I seriously had forgotten about it, and so I finally got them in the mail. And there are pros and cons to their custom lenses. And I'm gonna go into them in a second, but I got them and I hadn't gotten around to making a review until now just because of a couple of different things, Thanksgiving had just happened, so I don't need to explain myself to you guys, but I thought I'd keep you in the loop of what's going on. So anyways, without further ado, I can say that I'm not fully impressed with their custom lenses, but let me just show you guys what came of it. So the first one that I'm going to show you is John Romita Jr. style lenses, and this is the more disappointing one to me because, well, this does not look like John Romita Jr.'s lenses at all, in my opinion. This is actually more of a Mark Bagley style. Now, kind of from a frontal position, like if you cover up this curve here, yeah, this kind of sort of looks like Romita Jr.'s because he has like a more squarish design. And I sent them plenty of reference pictures. But then you get this weird like curve inwards here, which is not part of Romita Jr.'s like style. And when you put it on, it just has this weird like, they're like glued on super weird, like at like a weird angle. So they're not even like angled properly where it kind of good. It just kind of looks meh. But this would look decent if it just had that covered up because that looks more like Romita Jr. stuff. But aside from artistic perspective, being inaccurate, I like if you want like custom like style lenses in a certain artist's like style, I would say don't really rely on that for Print Costume service. And like this whole thing was a test anyways, right? The whole reason that I ordered these things was to test it out because I don't need a Romita Jr. mask when I already have a Romita Jr. facial. I don't need another Kane mask when I already have several Kane lenses and masks. I just wanted to test it out for you guys just to show you if it was worth it or not. And I'm not really a fan. Let's talk about the materials used in this. It's a foam-like material for the frames, and as you can tell, it's not like painted or plastic dipped or anything. It's literally just like a rubbery foam. It's not even rubbery, it's just like a foam material, which would have worked if they would have coated it in something. This just looks like you could get this foam at Michael's or something and literally do it yourself cheaper. The lenses themselves are nice. These are not fog free as far as I know. Let me just no, they're not. This specific pair is not fog free, but if you can tell, there's like a domed effect on them, and I actually do appreciate that from Print Costume. I didn't know they did like domed lenses, so I actually do think that this is a pretty cool thing. But if you're gonna get their lenses from them, don't like get them attached to a mask. Like get them separately and glue it on yourself, and you'll see why I say that in a second when I put this on, because they're very like lopsided and just like they didn't like glue them on like you would probably want them to. You'd want them to be a little bit more angled like Spider-Man, but this is just, and I can't really say that I'm too impressed. I could have done the same thing, maybe not the domed. I haven't mastered that, but like, I don't know, I'm just not impressed with these lenses specifically. They didn't really capture Romita Jr.'s art at all. I sent them many references, but and like this just goes to show, because use code SCAR118 at Print Costume for 15% off. Obviously, I say that a lot in every video because I'm sponsored by them and I want to help show you guys that they're worth it. But I'm not a shill, right? Like, yeah, sure, I'm in a sense you can say I am, but I'm telling you guys right now that I'm not really impressed with this stuff right here. So, like, when they do things I'm not a fan of, or things I think are bad, I'm gonna tell you guys. This is a prime example. I'm not a fan of this. Like the mask itself, like the spandex itself is good quality. It's just a regular spandex with a zipper on the back. But like, I'm not a fan of these lenses. They're standard Spider-Man lenses, but they didn't really capture what I wanted them to. So I'm telling you guys right now, don't think that I just shill out for Print Costume. I mean, you saw the whole Kane fiasco when they were still Zentai Zone, when I sent them a suit and they effed it all up, and it was a whole thing. So just know that. I just wanted to point that out. Moving along, we have the Kane mask, and now actually these lenses actually are really good. This is pretty close to Stegman style, like that. That's actually pretty good right there. I actually appreciate this. The only problem is the fact that they glued it on sideways. Like, look at that. That's lopsided. That's sideways. This could have actually been pretty perfect because this is fog free, and you can't really get red perforated vinyl on the market or anything on your own. You'd have to like custom make your spray paint mesh or something. So this stuff is actually pretty decent. It's just that they glued it on lopsided, so it just looks all weird. And I'm very, very confused as to why they did that. Um, Now, I think it would be a lot better if they were glued the right way up. And I think that I might do restoration on these lenses, and like, because I have plenty of black regular masks, so I might just detach these and glue it on properly. But enough of that. I think these are pretty decent. I think if you want Kane lenses, get them from like custom made from them, but also just don't like, just get them alone. Do not get them attached to anything, because I'm about to show you these masks put on, and then you'll see why I don't like them that much. Okay, guys, here's the John Romita Jr. mask on. As you can tell, very lopsided. Like, I'm trying to get close to the camera. Sorry, I'm on my bed right now, but like, it's just not what it's supposed to. Like, this is just so lopsided. I think like these could be redeemable, honestly, like, because I'm saying, oh, I'm not a fan or whatnot, but like they could be redeemable if you just don't get them attached to your mask and then you glue it on yourself. There's ways to do that. I've done it many times of just gluing my lenses on myself, because it just doesn't look right to me. And like, it probably could have passed as John Romita Jr. if it was like, if this little curve wasn't here. I don't know why they added that. Like, this might have been pretty decent if it was a little bit more curved and it was like that. This looks pretty decent. But then it's just like, I don't get that. Not a fan. The lenses still fog up, which I don't really care about fog free or anything, because 50-50 of my lenses are fog free or not fog free. So this is whatever. I'm not really a fan, as you can tell. Just, whatever. I mean, visibility's fine. It's not fogging up that much, but still, like, I just don't like the design of these. Not a fan. Not a fan of the material used on the frames. I mean, the dome lenses are actually pretty nice, I will admit. So, props to Print Costume for that. And this is the Kane mask. Like, you can tell, it's literally sideways. These lenses are on sideways, and you can probably see my eyes peeking through because it's fog free and whatnot. But like, this is the one I'm most disappointed in. I didn't really care if this one turned out good or not, but I'm really disappointed in this because I actually did kind of want Stegman Kane lenses. But like I said, I'm probably going to do restoration, peel these lenses off somehow safely, and then reattach them onto another black mask. Because like, I like the style. Like, this could have worked if it was right ways up, if it was pointed up this way, and then like, I mean, obviously they touch in the middle, which is another thing. It just looks like that Print Costume would have glued it on. Like, I don't know, I don't know what that's like even trying to say there, but like, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Like, one second. I'm not saying that you need the most fancy equipment to be a cosplayer or anything, but in terms of like the way that lenses and stuff are supposed to be aligned, like, you can do whatever you want with that, But if you look at like a standard, like this is what Kane's alignment should be on his mask or whatever, like, it just doesn't, like, in comparison, it doesn't feel right. This feels a little bit cheaper. Not that that's always a bad thing, but like you look at the alignment of something like this in terms, and you saw it earlier, this is very sideways almost. I'm trying to hold that up properly. I guess I should put my hand in the mask. Like, it's very sideways compared to like something like that. And it's just like, I know lenses can have different alignments with different things, but it just doesn't feel right. It's just, this doesn't, but the quality of these Kane lenses are actually pretty good. So there's pros and cons. The fog free is really nice. I have perfect visibility in this. So I do think the lenses have their good qualities to it. I just don't think it's worth for custom making them. I think that you can totally go to them for their designs, but if you're going to get their custom lenses, I would highly recommend you do not attach it to the mask. Get them separately and then glue it on yourselves, because this mask could have been a 10 out of 10 if it was just aligned properly, and it kind of bums me out that it isn't. So that's all I really have to say on them. Not really too much of a fan. I mean, these are pretty good in terms of visibility, and the quality's nice, and I just wish that the material for the frames on this would be a little bit better, but the domed effect on the actual lens itself's good, but the alignment's not right. It's all about the alignment. It's all about presentation. So in my opinion, not the best, not the worst, not the greatest. So that's what I have to say. But, let me know what you guys think down below. So leave a comment, like and subscribe, share the video, follow me on Instagram at Spectacular Scarsbury. Use code SCAR118 at Print Costume for 15% off. Maybe you can get your own lenses and see how it turns out. Maybe you guys can let me know down below if you have any experiences with Print Costumes lenses. Please, I would like to know. With that being said, Spectacular Scarsbury 118 out. See you guys.